Hey, Hal and Sarge. Rainy morning here at the compound, but I'm enjoying another cheap cigar. And a good cup of coffee. Hey, I want to talk about New York for a minute. Now, I don't live in New York. I've never been to New York. Never plan on going to New York. I have no business there. But I still want to talk about it. I want to talk about Mayor Kunta Adams. Again, before you start hating on me, that's him. He's the one that compared himself to Kunta Kinte. So if you want to hate, go hate on him for claiming that stolen valor. But at any rate, Mayor Adams hired his brother as a deputy commissioner because he feared white supremacy. The echo chamber. But then people started raising hell about it, about nepotism and things of that nature. So he bumps his brother down to the head of mayoral security. Now, start with he's going to pay his brother like $240,000. Now he's only going to be getting $210,000. Such a civil servant. He doesn't do it for the money. He does it because he cares. So his brother goes from head meter maid at a university to the head of the mayoral security detail at $210,000 a year due to fears of white supremacy. I got to looking around, and you know that there have been 70 murders since 1995. 70 attributed to white supremacy since 1995. And I thought, they say those are murders by white supremacists as if it's an organized thing. When I highly suspect most of these people were just inbred idiots who hollered some kind of racial thing as they committed their crime, or said that they did it due to a racial thing. Now, a black man in New York just a few days ago shoved an Asian woman in front of a subway train and killed her. That wasn't racist. He had mental issues. But anyway, you see where I'm going with that. 70 since 1995. Attributed to white supremacy. Don't you love the air quotes? In New York in 2019, there was 319 murders. That's what they're saying. They're saying that 280 of them were black or Hispanic. And that of those 280, 93.2% were killed by other people of color. Doesn't appear to be a white supremacy issue to me. I could be wrong. Hell, I don't know. I've never been to New York. I don't know that there's not hood-wearing Klan members walking through Harlem just randomly shooting people. To hear Mayor Adams say it, you could probably make that assumption. But it's a lie. It's another lie. It's another liberal Democrat race-baiting, fear-mongering, bullshit lie. It's not true. So he wants to bring his brother from being the head meter maid at a university to making nearly $250,000 a year to be his personal bodyguard. And claims that white supremacy is such a threat. You see, he's just a part of the echo chamber. He's part of the game being played. Everything right now, every time you turn around, it's white supremacy. Everywhere. That's their new mantra. White supremacy is the greatest threat to America. Not the Bloods, not the Crips, not the Latin Kings, not MS-13, none of those. It's white supremacy. It's those so-called 70 murders since 1995 versus the 280 just in 2019 in New York. That's probably a light year. But again, white supremacy. That's their new boogeyman. They're trying to resurrect something that appears to be pretty much non-existent anymore. I live here in Kentucky, and I can't tell you the last time I saw a Klan rally or a Klan demonstration. I'm 58 years old, and I've seen 2 in my life here in our local communities. One of the communities is a primarily white community that was protesting the KKK. So this white supremacy shit is played out, man. It's played out. Mary Adams, you're a fraud. You, sir, are a racist. I went back and watched all your interviews on Hot 97 in New York, the radio station I'm assuming it is. And I would just about be willing to guess that it caters primarily to a black audience. But at any rate, during your campaign, I watched those interviews. I saw who you really are. I saw you compare yourself to Kunta Kinte. They've been beating me for 60 years and couldn't get me to say Toby. You talked about your issues with the police department. How you protested police as a police officer. And then you turn around and you ask stupid ass questions like you don't understand where all this hate's coming from. People like you nurture it. Your words fueled the fire. And now you want to pretend like you don't understand what's going on. There is no white supremacy issue in America. It doesn't exist. Are there white supremacists? There are those who claim to be white supremacists. There are those who espouse it. But look at the Black Panther, the new Black Panther Party. The only reason they picked the new Black Panther Party, well, actually there was 2 reasons they picked the new Black Panther Party to be their name. One is because even they are scared of the old Black Panther Party. And number 2 is that the KKK was already taken. So racism is alive and well in America, but not the racism you think. Look, guys, don't watch MSNBC, CNN, all this crap. Watch your local news stations. Watch them. That's where you'll get the truth. That's where you'll see what's really going on. Look at Houston right now. For God's sake. What, 1 or 2 people a night murdered? I mean, it's off the hook in Houston. And every time you see a video clip, it's a black kid. You go to Memphis, rappers are being gunned down in cookie stores. Now, there's a whole lot of shit going on with that one. Again, in Memphis, a white police officer, I'm assuming, they won't say, but a police officer's leaving his house to go to work. Very nice house in a very nice neighborhood. They must pay really good in Memphis. But he's leaving his house to go to work, and he's shot in his yard. Now, that's not the craziest part. The craziest part is that the female police chief, the black female police chief, a few days later reports that her service weapon was stolen out of her personal vehicle while she was in a store shopping, and that she hoped nothing happens with her gun. Watch your local news, guys. Watch, even if you don't live in that state, jump over there once in a while and watch some of these local news stations. Hell, you can watch it on YouTube. You can go watch some of the news clips in Houston, Chicago, Baltimore, Philadelphia, Indianapolis, Atlanta, Georgia. LA. Go watch these local stations to see what's really going on, because they're showing it every day. The mainstream media is avoiding it like a plague. Yes, even Fox is ignoring what's going on. White supremacy is not the issue in America. Absolutely not the issue in America. White supremacy is being thrown out there to fuel the fire, to scare the masses, to cause the minority communities to rise up. Right now, being white in America, I mean, that's a scary proposition, guys. Now I see why all these wannabes want to walk around with their pants sagging and their dreadlocks, little ginger-ass white boys trying to be black. These wannabes are just, it's ridiculous. Watch the local news stations, guys, and see what's really going on. And as far as Mayor Adams, he's just another liberal mouthpiece. He's just another race-baiting, white-hating, cop-bashing idiot. Another crooked New York politician. Business as usual. But as always, that's just my opinion. You can take it with a grain of salt. This is Alan Sarge. I'm out.